Hi, I'm Elizabeth Dartnell, the Executive Director of the Sexual Violence Research Initiative, or the SVRI. As the largest global network of its kind, the SVRI is dedicated to strengthening evidence and driving change in low and middle-income countries. Our community of over 12,000 members is united by a shared commitment to ending violence against women and children through research, collaboration, and action. The SVRI and our community believe that evidence and research are powerful, essential tools for driving change. They help us understand what works, how to improve our services, and ultimately how to end violence. But here is one of the challenges. When it comes to global development and violence prevention research, most of the funding still goes to institutions based in high-income countries, and we do not think that this is okay. It limits the relevance, equity, and impact of the solutions being developed, particularly for communities in low and middle-income countries. So at the SVRI, we are unapologetically committed to changing that. And one of the ways that we do this is through our annual grant-making program, the SVRI Research Grant, Knowledge for Action to End Violence Against Women and Children. This grant is about shifting power and resources to where they're most needed, supporting innovative, high-quality research led by experts based in low and middle-income countries. Thanks to the generous support of our partners, the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency (SIDA), the Oak Foundation, the UK's Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office through the second Global What Works to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls program, UN Women, and other supportive funders, we are able to fund research that is locally grounded, contextually relevant, and focused on real solutions that improve lives and reduce violence. After a highly competitive and very rigorous selection process, we are thrilled to announce the incredible research teams representing every global region who have been awarded a 2025 SVRI Research Grant.
My name is Carolina Piñeros Ospina. I am the Executive Director of Red Papás in Bogotá, Colombia. We are combining global knowledge with local experience to prevent online grooming and child sexual exploitation in Colombia. We are adapting a digital training tool called Dragon Shield, created in the UK, to the Colombian context. At the end of this process, we will have a fully adapted version of Dragon Shield in Spanish that will enhance the capacity of teachers, counselors, and law enforcement officers to prevent and respond to grooming. We also hope this serves as a model for other countries in the region facing similar digital safety challenges.
My name is Lina Soldaviaga. I'm Director of Operations at Towers and Bands, and I'm also the Director of the project. The main idea of our project is that we want to develop a chatbot, a simple evidence-based tool for parents and caregivers to help them improve their parental mediation strategies for accompanying their children while they are online. What is really unique about our project is that we want to go beyond just simply giving information to parents. We want to give them simple, actionable strategies that they can apply so they can protect their children and adolescents online. Our tool promotes active parental mediation. Caregivers, and especially parents, have an important protective role in children's digital lives.
My name is Riham Khalid Abul Fadl. I am an Associate Professor of Pediatric Dentistry and Dental Public Health at Faculty of Dentistry, Ain Shams University. The aim of our research is to strengthen the university's commitment to creating and maintaining a safe environment for all students and staff members by proactively addressing all forms of violence, with emphasis on technology-facilitated violence. Tackling campus violence is high on the agenda of Egypt's universities. Despite that, research on different forms of violence at university campuses is still in its infancy, and the data on the magnitude and extent of the issue is quite limited. Our research aims to fill this gap. We will be able to identify future mechanisms that can be adopted to shift the norms which condone all forms of violence within and beyond the university, and to adapt the university's existing policies and measures to prevent violence perpetration on college campuses.
My name is Banandi Saga Mahala. The aim of this project is to initiate a peer-moderated safe space intervention to prevent and respond to gender-based violence, GBV, among university students at the University of Malawi. It will adapt and test a community-based model developed by UNESCO to assess its feasibility, acceptability, and potential for scale-up. The project is relevant because it bridges the gap between community-based interventions and institutional settings by adapting a proven model for preventing gender-based violence in the university environment, where young people, especially girls, are at risk. It is innovative in that it introduces and studies the effectiveness of peer-moderated safe spaces. The expected outcomes of the project include increased awareness and reporting of gender-based violence among university students, improved access to support services, and the creation of a safer and more inclusive campus environment. The project also aims to influence institutional policies by providing evidence on the effectiveness of peer-led interventions.
My name is Kuman Singh Rambari. I work at the University of Gävle in Sweden. Currently, I am an adjunct professor at the University of Technology Mauritius. Our study aims to understand the prevalence and prevention of sexual harassment in the tourism sector of Mauritius by employing a comprehensive mixed method approach. Currently, there is a lack of comprehensive and composite measures for sexual harassment, which is a devastating occupational hazard. This research will therefore provide data based on composite and comprehensive measures of sexual harassment for evidence-based policy and intervention, as well as opportunities for mobilizing different stakeholders towards practical and evidence-based policy and intervention in the tourism sector of Mauritius. An in-toolkit will be developed in order to raise awareness through information and communication for the general public in Mauritius.
Нордч Ариун Тэрэ гэдэг Монгол улсад үйл ажиллагаа явуулдаг сэтгэл эсрэг үндэсний төв төрийн босын олонхын захиралаар ажилладаг. Бидний судалгааны зорилго нь хүүхдүүдийн эсрэг үйлдэгдсэн нэгдлийн хөгжлийн урт хугацааны үр нөлөөг нотлох баримттай бүрдүүлж нөхөн сэргийлэх үйлчлэгээний шийдвэр тогтолцоодыг судлан Монголд хамгийн тохиромжтой урт хугацаатай нөхөн сэргийлэх нийгэм шийдвэр үйлчлэгээний дагаврыг боловсруулахад оршиж байна. Монгол улсын засгийн газар хүүхдийн эрхийг хангах, ялангуяа гендер суурьсан хүчлээс урьдчилан сэргийлэх хариу арга хэмжээ авах тал дээр хангалтгүй ажиллаж байна. Мөн төрийн зүгээс зөвхөн гэмт хэрэгтнийг шийдэхэд анхаарч охирогчдыг дахин гэмтээр нөхцөлийг бүрдүүлж эцэстэн тэднийг хүчирхээдлийн үр дагавартай дангаар нь үлдээж байна. Иймээс манай судалгаа нь Монгол улсад нөхөн сэргээх үйлчилгээний талаарх охирогчдын мэдлэг, эдгээр үйлчилгээний хүртээмж, олдоц, тогтвортой байдал, үр нөлөөнд шинжилгээ хийж судлах болно. Энэхүү төслөөр дамжуулан бид ёс зүйтэй, хүмүүнлэг, хүний эрхийг суурьсан охирогч төвтэй хандлагатай нөхөн сэргээх нийгэм шүүлэх үйлчилгээний тогтолцоог бүрдүүлэхэд хувь нэмрээ оруулах болно.
Hi, my name is Viwa Tafeni, and my pronouns are they, them, and theirs. I am a social worker in Cape Town, and I work for Triangle Project. Triangle Project is an LGBTQ+ rights organization, and the focus of our research is improving the IPV and SGBV services for lesbian, bisexual, and transgender women in the rural Western Cape. Our research is important because lesbian, bisexual, and transgender women are often excluded from mainstream services This research project will fill a critical gap in how inclusive, community-based prevention services are developed and tested. Through this research, we aim to build on evidence for inclusive IPV and SGBV services in low-resource contexts. We hope that this research can shape policy and service delivery for lesbian, bisexual, and transgender women and children.
My name is Shamala Gomez. I am the Executive Director of the Center for Equality and Justice based in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Our research focuses on image-based sexual abuse of women and girls in Sri Lanka. Our research will be the first in Sri Lanka to study this issue by examining the girls' experiences of image-based sexual abuse. Sri Lankan society places great emphasis on girls' purity, and perceived sexual impropriety can lead to intense social shame and stigma. In this project, we will interview women and girls who are victim survivors of image-based abuse, and we will also conduct a large victim survivor survey about their barriers to accessing support. We will use this information to raise awareness of these victim survivors' needs via public awareness campaigns, targeted training materials, and workshops for health, education, and social care professionals, as well as police and lawyers to combat the stigma they suffer. We will also provide a Q&A website for survivors in the 3 local languages with the guidance and information they need to seek support, as many victim survivors are too afraid to speak out or tell anyone.
My name is Samuel Likibikoki. I'm a senior lecturer and researcher at Muhimbili University of Health and Allied Sciences. And for this project, we are partnering with Women in Law and Development Africa. Through our research, we'll develop and validate a standardized tool to measure technology-facilitated gender-based violence. Our research is important because it will provide means to universally measure technology-facilitated gender-based violence. To understand the true burden of this emerging form of violence among female students in higher learning institutions in Tanzania and beyond. Our project will help to advance the research field by providing a comprehensive tool that can be adapted across different contexts and populations. The findings of this research will also be used to inform policies in Tanzania and strengthen global advocacy efforts against technology-facilitated gender-based violence.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Lokshunka. I work at Plan International Ukraine as a researcher on a project that assesses how the escalation of the war has affected perceptions of gender-based violence within Ukrainian society.
Добрий день, мене звати Іван Данилюк, живу та мешкаю в столиці України, Києві. Через це дослідження наш університет прагне зробити внесок для підвищення усвідомлення негативних наслідків війни на зміну сприйнятті та нормалізацію гендерно зумовленого насильства у сучасному українському суспільстві.
The escalation of the war has created a unique environment in which traditional social structures and norms have been disrupted. Studying gender-based violence in this context, alongside the individual vulnerability factors and psychological constructs that mediate the war-related experience, provides fresh insights into how war influences societal perceptions of violence. We will use the findings to raise awareness among the public and the international community about the issue of gender-based violence during wartime.